Hello. Right. So, this okay, this is going to be a bit interesting. I just noticed that I've got my new mat down, which I think, in theory, is going to work well, but not necessarily for filming because obviously there's a lot of reflection going on here, which I just don't like at all. What do I do about that? Do I just go and get one of my paper mats and put one of them down? One things I like to call puppy pads. Oh, it's irritating, isn't it? That's not good, is it? That's not good. I like the fact that you can see this patterned thing underneath, which is very pretty, but I don't like that. So I'm going to go and get a puppy pad thing. Okay, that's a bit better, isn't it? Obviously, I might go out of shop though now. I don't know. We'll see. I will try my best to stay in shop. We will see. I don't like the fact that these stands don't match either, but it will do. So anyway, getting on. Waffle. Stop. I'm doing a collab. And basically the brief is pretty simple. Do whatever kind of offensive nails you like. So any nail that you have often thought, well, I'd like to do that, but it won't sell or nobody wants it or something like that. Or just kind of like a let it all out kind of therapy type design. So anything you just want to scream at the world at large, basically. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to do a sort of graffiti style because a lot of people find that offensive. I don't. I like graffiti, decent graffiti. I'm not talking tags with, just black marker pen and all that on buses and things like that. But actual proper graffiti art, I like. I like street artists. And I've just been, the last week, one of my favourite artists he's from Portsmouth, which is completely the other end of the country from me. But he was up in Manchester doing a couple of pieces and doing a screening of his film. He's done a documentary about an exhibition that he did a few years ago. And so graffiti's kind of been on my mind anyway, also street art type style has been on my mind. I'll put some pictures in here. So yeah, I'm going to do an expletive phrase, shall we say. I'm not quite sure what am I allowed to get away with on YouTube as part of the art and as actually speaking. How far do you need to go before you start? I mean, I've heard people swear on YouTube videos, but how far does it go before it sort of starts getting flagged and things like that? I have no idea. So yeah, I'm going to do some sort of expletive phrase. I'm also going to try and do like a sculpted hand giving the finger. That's going to sort of leave me with two nails, probably the thumbnails. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them, but maybe I'll just do like a collection of expletives or something. We'll see. I'm not going to talk a lot through this because I think it's going to be a fairly long one, so I'm probably going to have to speed it up, and you don't want to listen to me sounding like a chipmunk for half an hour. So yeah, I'm going to try and keep my gob shut, and then we can just speed through a lot of it. Let's get on with it. Okay then, so I have what I think is going to be my colour palette, although I still need maybe just 1 second. I need that as well. Right, so I actually, in my misspent youth. I mean, actually, I know it wasn't my youth. I was an adult. But I did do graffiti art for a while. I never did, like I say, tagging on buses and trains and things like that. I did legal stuff. I went out to legal graffiti walls in parks and buildings that they allowed us, that you had permission to do. And again, I will put up some of my pictures of what I did over the years. We also did there was a group of us and we did some commissions on like youth clubs and places like that. And I had my own sort of colour palette, and my colour palette was white, black, silver, and then a neon pink and a neon green. So I've got my white and my black. For a silver, at the moment, I've just got the nail liner gel out because I usually only use silver as an accent anyway. I've also got two sort of complementary colours for these. Come on, focus, thank you. Just in case I want to do, any sort of low lights or anything like that. And then I've also got similar colours in painting gels. So a bright pink, a bright green, a black and a white. And then I have a chrome painting gel, which for some reason I haven't got a squatch dot on it, but it is quite a nice looking chrome. On my last video, I did swatch. On my last swatching video, I swatched it. I've got it all over me. I swatched a Madame Glam Gold Chrome, and I wasn't that impressed with it, to be honest. I think that this brand, Gold, was certainly comparable and probably a quarter of the price. So I don't know. I don't think I'd splash out on that, to be honest. So anyway, yeah, I got the chrome gel. I've also got a sculpting gel in a kind of fleshy colour. Because like I say, I want to do a little 3D hand, but in case that's not the right sort of colour, I've also got the light pink. Don't know how well you can see that. Not quite sure which would be better, to be honest. Maybe I'll do one in each and see if either of them turn out usable, because I've not done any sort of sculpting in gel before. Let's see how it turns out. So that's basically my lot. I don't quite know what to do about a background. I don't know whether to do just a white background, maybe. Yes, I've decided on a white background. I don't want it to end up being too dark. I have already buffed these. I give them a light buff and base coated them. And then since they've been base coated, they have been sat in a drawer for quite a while. So they're a little bit fluffy. But this is not going to be a set that is going to be sold. It's not even going to be a set that's going to be worn by anyone. So I'm just gonna, if there's any fluff, I'm just gonna cure it in there. Right then, I had other things to do, including my last video, which was marble nail tutorial, and details of my giveaway. So if you haven't seen that one, go check it out. And we're going to get back on with these Ducket nails, this collaboration that I'm doing. There's quite a few of us doing this now, so it should be quite fun. Let's see what the other nail crazies come up with. So this is where we're up to now. So this is just going to be a sort of a basic guide of the design that I'm going to do. And I'll take it from there. Right then, so we're back the next day, and this is where we are up to. Quite sure where I'm going to go now, but we'll figure it out. So for the thumbnail, I'm going to do these two colours as the background. I'm going to use, just let me move them out of the way a minute. I'm going to use one of these Yolk Fellow Professional. They're neon gels. Now that's the green one, but I think this one is closer, so I'm going to use that one. So I've got the general shape down, but now I'm going to go in again around the edges and make them a bit more crisp. So the black wasn't really black enough on top of the white, so I've actually gone in with this marker pen, which is just from Temu. It's made for sort of marking in like screw holes and things when you want to drill through a hole, and you want to mark it through the hole. But it's what I've got, and I think that looks a lot better. So I'm just going to put some more bubbles in, and that one will be done. For the thumbnail, I'm going to go in again with the marker pen, and I'm going to put random cuss words on there, because why not? So the use of the marker pen, it has streaked a little bit when I put the top coat on, but considering it's graffiti style, I don't really think it matters. But certainly something to consider if you wanted to use marker pen on any other kind of design where it would matter. So on this one, I tried to float the top coat a little more, and that worked quite effectively. Tiny little bit on the P there that smudged a little, but other than that, it was pretty good. I don't know whether this sort of no smudge top coat that you use for stamping polishes might work. Maybe someone else will know. If you know, comment below, please. So this is the first hand done. It's not perfect, but I'm quite happy with it. Doing graffiti on a big wall is a shit ton easier than doing this. But it's not bad. It's not bad, considering it's the first graffiti I've done in about 20 years as well. So for the other hand, I didn't know whether to go with fuck off or fuck you. So I'm going to go for fuck you. So it's going to be Y-O-U. The thumb, I'm going to do the same or similar to the other hand. And on this finger, I'm going to attempt to sculpt a little hand giving you the finger. not done any sculpting before. I'm going to try and use this little sculpting gel, I think. And we'll see how that goes. Bit nervous about that, but you're along for the ride with me, guys. For these ones, I'm going to do the pink at the top and the green at the bottom. So opposite to that one. So this is where I'm up to with the second hand. So I've done a silver base for that one that's going to have the finger sculpture thing on it. I'm not quite sure how to do it. I don't know whether to maybe do it on my palette or do it straight on the nail or what, because like I say, I've never done anything like that before. So yeah, I'm going to have to make a decision, aren't I? But in the meantime, I'm going to do the dots and stuff on these. So I am now going to be trying to make a hand, giving you the finger, out of this, which I've never used before. I do have these from Enel Couture. They are silicone, so they're nice and soft. I think I can use sort of alcohol to help sculpt it. I don't know whether to do it on the nail or whether to do it on a palette. Like I said, I've never done this before, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm going to get the palette out anyway. I think I might try on the palette first and then see if I can get it off. I mean, I don't even know how big to make it or anything. I think I'm possibly going to put gloves on as well. Just bear with me. Right, so I'm back. Never worked with this stuff before. Don't know how it behaves. Trying to get my alcohol ready. I'm going to make it into a kind of that kind of shape. And then try and I can get some of my alcohol in my pump dispenser. I'm going to try. I mean, that already looks kind of hand-shaped, to be fair. It obviously needs a thumb. And I'm going to take some of that off because those fingers are supposed to be kind of folded over, aren't they? Sorry if you can hear a child shrieking outside. My apologies. I don't think that's bad. I'm going to try and go in with a cleanup brush because it's gone a little sort of milky around the hand. I'm just going to try and go in and clean that up a little bit. Looks a bit better. I mean, it's not perfect, but for a first attempt at any form of sculpting, I don't think that's bad. I think I might paint a dab of paint on there as a fingernail to give it more realism. But other than that, I think we're done. So I have a tiny bit of red paint on my palette and one of my smallest brushes. And I am just going to attempt to paint a fingernail on here. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it does need to give the illusion. You know what? I think that'll do it. Maybe it's a little bit off shape. That's better. Pop that in the lamp. So, guys, this is the final set. I'm fairly happy with it. I don't know whether maybe I should have put some of these little things on this to tie it in, but it is a very different nail no matter what. So, this is what we've ended up with. Was quite therapeutic, have to say. Was a little bit fiddly. I've done things on here that I've not done before, like this sculpting on this hand, which is not brilliant, but it's not bad. I might have a doing some more sculpting at some point, and maybe start off with something simpler like a teddy bear. But yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I hope you've had fun watching this video. I hope you haven't taken offense. There was warnings at the beginning, so that's on you. Thanks to everyone that's collaborated on this design challenge with us. There's quite a few of us, so hopefully you'll go and check out their channels and check out what they've come up with as well. I'm sure there's going to be some very interesting, fun stuff coming up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate every comment, every like, and particularly every subscription. My channel has been going quite well. I've been pleasantly surprised. I do all sorts of stuff. I do nail hauls, I do tutorials, not usually as obscene as this, but I do tutorials. A lot of them are beginner friendly. I'm always trying new stuff. So subscribe, come back and see some more. I hope to see you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye. Right. Chop it back in just for a second. I have just tidied up the edges and the undersides a little bit, and I put them in my little case that I'm putting any sort of competitions, collabs, challenges. And once I've got them laid out, I think I would have done them slightly different. The clouds type of things, I think I should have made that flow better across the nails, particularly across each hand. But overall, I'm kind of happy with it. I want to also mention I top coated the silver in gloss, but I have left the hand as a matte. I think it works better that way. I think it's more realistic-ish, I suppose. Anyway, just wanted to say that. So Thank you very much for watching again, guys. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.